The first thing he feels is pressure, not just from the water, from everything inside it. Wood slams into his shoulders. Pieces of roofs scrape across his back. Something heavy clips his leg and spins him sideways. The current doesn't move like a river. It moves like a collapsing building. Martunis tries to breathe. Salt water fills his mouth instantly. He coughs, inhales again, and swallows more. It tastes like salt, mud, fuel, and broken things. His chest tightens. 7-year-old lungs aren't built for this. He kicks, but there's nothing solid. No ground, no direction, just movement. A wall collapses nearby. The sound is violent, like something tearing apart at full speed. The water surges harder, dragging him through floating debris. Imagine being 7 years old, unable to see your parents, unable to touch the ground, and realizing the ocean has just erased everything. His hands reach blindly, searching, grabbing. Then, something soft. Fabric, a sofa, still attached to its frame. He wraps his arms around it. The couch rolls, nearly throwing him off, but he holds tighter. Around him, everything is breaking. Roofs drift past. A refrigerator floats by. Trees snap and fall like they weigh nothing. The water keeps rising, because this isn't flooding. This is a tsunami. December 26, 2004. Aceh, Indonesia. An earthquake beneath the ocean has just pushed massive amounts of water toward the coast. Entire towns disappear within minutes. And somewhere inside that destruction is a 7-year-old boy, Martunis. For the next 21 days, he will survive alone. No parents, no shelter, almost no food, just the remains of a place that no longer exists. But right now, he doesn't know any of that. He only knows one thing: the couch is still floating, and the water is still moving. The current drags him through what used to be streets. Buildings collapse. Boats crash into houses. Everything becomes one mass of motion. Then suddenly, the force weakens. The water slows. The couch hits something solid. A tree. He grabs the branches, holds on. As the last of the water pulls away, what remains behind him is no longer a town, just wreckage. Silence follows, and for a moment, everything stops. But surviving the wave was only the beginning. The disaster didn't begin on land. It began deep beneath the ocean. Early that morning, far below the surface of the Indian Ocean, 2 massive tectonic plates shifted suddenly. The rupture stretched for more than 1,000 kilometers. The force released was enormous, enough to move the seabed upward within seconds. When that happens, the water above it has nowhere to go, so it moves. In the open ocean, tsunami waves are almost invisible, low, wide, moving at incredible speed, faster than most aircraft. There were no alarms, no warning systems, no time to react. In 2004, Indonesia had no tsunami detection infrastructure, no sirens, no evacuation plans, nothing to tell people what was coming. Along the coast, something unusual happened. The ocean pulled back, not slightly, far, hundreds of meters. The seabed became visible. Fish flopped in the open air. Boats tilted into the mud. To someone unfamiliar, it looked strange, but not dangerous. Some people walked out to look. Others stood watching. Because disasters like this don't look dangerous at first. They look quiet, normal, until they aren't. The energy moving through the ocean was already on its way, traveling across deep water, building force, invisible, unstoppable. By the time it reached shallow coastal areas, everything changed. The wave compressed, rose higher, gained power. What had been a moving mass of water became a wall moving fast enough to erase everything in its path. There was no escape, no warning, no understanding of what was about to happen. And when it finally reached the coastline, the ocean didn't arrive slowly. It arrived all at once. A surge powerful enough to destroy buildings, strong enough to move entire structures, fast enough to catch anyone still standing. And somewhere inside that moment, Martunis was there. A child, too young to understand what was happening, too close to get away. Because once the wave reached land, survival was no longer about preparation. It became a matter of seconds, and in the next moment, the ocean would take him. The wave doesn't arrive like water. It arrives like impact, a sudden, crushing force that hits everything at once. Martunis is standing one moment, then the ground disappears. The street becomes liquid, the air becomes spray. Sound collapses into a single roar. The water grabs him at the waist first, cold, violent. It pulls his legs out from under him before he can react. He hits the surface hard, but there is no surface, only movement. His shoulder slams into something solid. Wood, sharp. Pain flashes, then disappears under shock. His mouth opens, and he swallows water. Salt, mud, fuel. He coughs, tries to breathe, inhales foam. The taste is thick, dirty, wrong. The current spins him. Up and down lose meaning. He kicks toward light, but light is everywhere and nowhere. A boat crashes past him. It shouldn't be there, but the wave has carried it into the town. It scrapes against walls, tearing them apart. Everything breaks. Everything moves. The water is no longer just water. It is carrying everything with it. Wood, metal, glass. Every object becomes a weapon. Something hits his back, hard, knocking the air from his lungs. For a moment, he can't breathe at all. He spins underwater, eyes open, seeing nothing, just brown motion and pressure. He reaches out blindly, searching. His fingers hit something soft. Fabric. A sofa, still attached to its frame. He grabs it instantly. The couch rolls, almost throws him off, but he holds tighter. The current drags them both. Across debris, into structures. Every impact shakes his body. His arms burn, his chest aches. But the couch floats, and floating is survival. The wave carries him inland, past rooftops, past broken walls, past everything that used to be familiar. Time stretches. Seconds feel longer. Every movement feels heavier. The force begins to slow, not stopping, but weakening. The couch bumps into something. Stops. Branches. A tree. The current pushes against him one last time, trying to pull him away. But he climbs, grabs higher, holds on. The water begins to drain, pulling back, taking everything it can. Then silence. Sudden, heavy. The movement is gone. What remains is stillness and destruction. The ocean has passed, but it has taken everything with it and left behind something worse. When the water finally stops moving, the silence feels wrong. Not peaceful. Empty. Martunis is still holding onto the tree. His arms shake as he pulls himself higher, every muscle heavy from exhaustion. His body feels slower, like it no longer belongs to him. The first thing he notices is the smell. Salt, fuel, mud, and something worse. A sweet, rotting scent drifting through the air. The town is gone. In its place is wreckage, broken wood, twisted metal, fragments of houses stacked on top of each other. There are no roads anymore, only debris, and water pooling between it. His throat burns. The seawater he swallowed is already affecting him. Salt draws moisture out of the body. Dehydration begins immediately. The water around him looks drinkable, but it isn't. It's contaminated. Salt, fuel, waste. But thirst doesn't care. He drinks anyway. The taste is thick, dirty. It scratches his throat going down. For a moment, it helps. Then the dryness returns, stronger. He climbs down carefully, bare feet sliding on broken surfaces, every step unstable, every surface sharp. He needs 3 things: water, food, and somewhere to stay. He searches, moves slowly through the wreckage, opens broken containers, pushes aside debris, then finds something, a small package, crushed, but intact. Instant noodles, dry. He eats them, slowly. They taste like dust, salt, nothing else. But they give energy, enough to keep moving. Night comes quickly. Darkness falls without warning. No lights, no sound, just wind. He climbs back into the tree, higher than the ground, safer. For now, he curls into the branches, trying to sleep. Sleep doesn't come easily. Every sound feels dangerous. Every movement wakes him. The second day feels like the first. Time begins to blur. No clock, no structure, just survival. He starts talking out loud, calling for his parents, asking questions, answering himself, because silence is worse. By the third day, his mind begins to change. He sees movement that isn't real, hears voices that aren't there. At one point, he is sure someone is walking nearby, but no one is. The body weakens, food runs out, energy drops. His arms feel thinner, his steps slower, but he keeps moving. Morning, search, drink, night, repeat. Routine becomes survival, even if it's built on nothing. Days pass. The ocean remains in the distance, calm again, as if nothing happened. Then one day, something breaks the pattern. A sound, faint, different, mechanical. Not wind, not water. He lifts his head, because somewhere beyond the ruined coastline, something is moving, and it might be his only chance. At first, he isn't sure the sound is real. After days of silence and hallucinations, the mind stops trusting what it hears. But this sound is different, rhythmic, mechanical, growing louder. Martunis lifts his head slowly. The noise cuts through the wind, closer. Then he sees it. Movement in the distance. Not water, not debris. Something controlled. Rescue teams. They move carefully through the ruins, scanning what remains of the coastline. By now, most operations are no longer searching for survivors. They are recovering bodies. No one expects to find a child alive after this long. Then, someone notices him. A small figure standing among the wreckage. Still, watching. They move closer, step by step. And as the distance closes, the reality becomes clear. He's alive. When they reach him, Martunis doesn't run. He doesn't speak. He simply looks at them, as if trying to understand what he's seeing. His body shows the cost. His face is hollow, skin burned by the sun, lips split from salt and dehydration, his arms thin, weak. But he is standing, after 21 days. Doctors later confirm what should not be possible. He survived with almost no clean water, minimal food, constant exposure, infection, heat, isolation. His body endured, but survival leaves marks. Sleep becomes difficult. Sudden sounds trigger fear. Silence feels unfamiliar. Because once the mind adapts to chaos, normal no longer feels normal. His story spreads. Images of the boy reach the world. People focus on the miracle, the survival. But the truth? is quieter. He didn't survive because he was stronger, or faster, or prepared. He survived because he didn't let go. Not of the couch, not of the routine, not of the instinct to keep going, even when everything else was gone. And that's what survival often is. Not control, not certainty, just continuation. One more hour, one more day, until something changes, until someone arrives, until the impossible becomes real. Because sometimes, survival belongs to the person who simply refuses to disappear. You watched it. Now remember it. Like the video, subscribe, and press the bell icon. Because here, real survival stories reveal how fast everything can fall apart.